Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Lights Camera Pop. I'm Rich.
I'm Mike. What's going on, guys?
How's it going? Welcome to episode 34, 35. Listen, I'm really bad with this, and I should have looked beforehand, but just know we're in the mid 30s now. So maybe that's all you need to know at this point. um, but what's been going on, man? How is it? How is it? How are you? How's it been?
You know what? Pretty good. Like I did a show last weekend up in Butler. Like everyone was all scared about the oncoming snowmageddon and
Snowpocalypse.
yeah, snowpocalypse, like whatever you want to call it,
We
like
need a
death,
new name because like Snowmageddon is kind of like played out now. And really,
right?
no, we did get some shitty snow, but it was nowhere near the monstrosity that they were saying that we were going to get. I still
Oh,
hate it
I know. Like
regardless. If we get a dusting, I'm bitching about it.
oh,
But
I know. I mean, like the way they were making it out was like, women and children are going to be dead, and we're heading into a frozen tundra, a wasteland, and
it's the
it's going to be
Titanic all over again.
right. It's going to be like 900 feet of snow as far as the eye could see, But I mean, like, I got like a foot here,
Although
you know.
the memes are priceless though, because you see people like posting pictures of Fayette County, and you see AT-ATs walking through the snow,
Oh, I love it.
or
Yeah, I
what was
love
the other
it.
one with the cast of Ice Age walking through? I thought those were pretty good, but of course, being a Star Wars fan, AT-ATs and the walkers coming through the Imperial walkers, that's always good.
Yeah, I told the wife, she's like, "Can you go up to Dollar General, like uptown?" And I was just like, "Let me go get the AT-AT ready," And she was just like, "What?" I was like, "I ain't riding a Tauntaun." I was like, "Those things stink," and she like didn't get it, and then but like my stepdaughter's boyfriend's here, and he's like laughing in the background. She's like, "Oh, you damn nerd shit," But so yeah, we went up to Butler, and me and Brian went up to Butler, and we did the Butler toy show. Again, mostly I'm mostly comic book, but
Hmm.
I took up a bunch of toys, and everything went pretty well. The show was good, went off without a hitch. We didn't get nailed by the snow that everyone was all feared about. Um, uh, didn't hit my exact mark where I would like to have been, but came extremely close. So it wasn't a home run, but it was a triple. Yeah, so I can't really complain. And then me and Brian went to the only known Ponderosa that still
Oh, and
operates that I
Butler,
know of.
and Butler.
Yeah, in Butler, there's a Ponderosa that still works.
It's so
Um,
good, but the wings aren't the same.
no, they're not. They don't have that breading,
Right. They're just like plain Jane wings. I'm like, oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, we went there not long ago. Well, it was probably about 2 years. And yeah, I miss that place though. They still got good mashed potatoes, good instant
Yeah,
mashed.
yeah, yeah. I like their tips. You know what I mean? They're steak tips. So that's what I got. And Brian got a steak, and we hung out and got some food, put some food in our stomachs, then ran home. Unloaded the car, and luckily beat the snow.
Right.
Like I said, the show was good. There was a lot of vendors. It was very packed. It was very steady from the early bird to when everyone was packing up. I mean, like it was a very steady, good show. So, but I think what happened was like I think some people were just afraid. I think it could have been a little bit bigger, but I think people were a little bit afraid to come out because of the weather. And then there was also Pirates Day was going on where they do that thing here before the spring season starts. That was going on, and Pittsburgh was doing World of Wheels at the same time, which is a big car show. So there was a lot, a lot to unpack for the weekend. Plus, like we said, the weather kind of helps hold people back. But other than that, it was a good show. Like I said, I bought a couple things, sold a bunch of stuff, and just gearing up for the next show, which is the Happy Valley show coming up at the end of next month. So
Mm,
that should be a good one. And I got a couple other shows in the works. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on how everything goes.
as
What about you?
always, just the normal, nothing. Uh, Nothing really to write home about. I haven't really. I pretty much do the normal routine, um, where come home from work, clean, make dinner, help make dinner, eat dinner, and then we clean up from dinner, and then that's our night. Although tonight is the Pit, so that'll be a thing right there.
Now, I did catch up on the Pit. Normally, I try to keep two off to the side. I think we talked about that before. Like, I'll watch two, hold off, and watch two, hold off, watch two. Um, but over the Snowmageddon, we were kind of stuck in the house, so watched a lot of TV, and yeah, I read some books and watched some TV and did a whole bunch of comic book stuff. But we caught up completely on the Pit, and I'm like I said, it's a slow burn this season, but I'm really enjoying it. I do. I really like this show.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. And what really has me excited too, and I'll just plug this for April. I would really like to do something with them, but still CityCon's coming from Monroeville,
Right.
and it's coming in April, and they have Fiona Dorff, who plays a doctor on there, and she's going to be there. Brad Dorff, the voice of Chucky, her father, is going to be there. And now they just announced Don Mancini, the writer and
Oh,
creator
really?
of Child's Play. So I mean, it's kind of cool. Now they just need Billy Boyd, who played the voice of Shitface, or Glenn or Glenda, uh,
Yeah.
or Alex Vincent, Andy, or Christina Elise. I like any of those would be awesome. But yeah, just I want to go just mainly for Fiona Dorff. I've always wanted to meet her. She's a phenomenal actress, and even on this show, she just proves that she can act with anything that is thrown at
I agree. I think she's awesome. She's my besides the main character, Dr. Robbie. Like, I think she's my. I really like her. And another one that I really like on there is Mel King, Dr. Mel King.
Yes, yes.
I still think it's hysterical that that's Bryan Cranston's daughter.
What?
You didn't know that?
No,
Yeah, that's Bryan Cranston's daughter.
get out of here.
Her full name is Tyler Darden Cranston. Yes,
See,
it's
I
that's
knew it was Tyler Darden because I sent her a message uh, on social media because I would like to have her on the show because she's actually, aside from Fiona Dorff, and of course I'm always a big fan of Noah Wiley. Like everybody on that show is absolutely phenomenal. Like there is not a single bad actor on that show.
no, there's not. Like, the whole cast is phenomenal.
And
Well,
with aside from Fiona, Mel, Tyler Darden, she is uh, one of my absolute favorite characters on that show.
I
She,
love her. I think she's great. The way she comes across, the way she talks about her sister on the show, um, you can kind of tell that she's sort of on the autism spectrum as well. The way
yeah,
the way they have her,
hmm
um, it's just it's great. It's very 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 well done.
um, it's so crazy. Like all the some of the connections though that's on there. The one Dr. Sanchez,
Hmm.
she was the one, which I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. She was the one who got Langdon in trouble last season for the drugs.
Yes, for the drugs. Yeah.
Okay, so her brother in real life is on. He was on Chucky in the first season, and second season too, maybe I can't remember if he lasted till the second season, but definitely the first season. He was also in the new Final Destination that I talked about last week, Bloodlines.
Okay.
Um, and then she was in, which is kind of a weird film for me to love. I love this movie, and it really glorified bank robbery. Uh, but it has a stellar cast. It's called Takers, and it has
Okay.
Idris Elba, Paul Walker, Matt Dillon, Hayden Christensen, Ti, Chris Brown, like it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but man, it's
I'm trying to
stacked.
think. What's her name? I can't think of it right now. But Zoe Saldana, the
Okay.
girl, the woman who plays Gamora in the Guardians movies, and
Yeah,
she's in
Saldana.
Avatar. Yeah, she's in it. Like it is a such a good film, and she plays Matt Dillon's daughter in there. And I just learned that just pretty recent, and I didn't even notice. Of course, she was young back then. But yeah, that's a really good movie. Takers, definitely need to check that out.
I'll
Uh,
definitely check that out. That sounds good. I like bank robber. I like heist
I
movies. I
do
like
too.
bank
I do
robber
too.
movies. I like that stuff.
I like and I that's why I always thought that like the opening sequence to The Dark Knight was probably one of the greatest opening sequences ever. And it just like it was the cool bank heist where everybody was helping each other at first, but then when one person was done with their job, the second person helping them would kill them, and it just kind of like tied up all the loose ends until there was one left.
Right? So there's one. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the Joker, but so good. I haven't I haven't watched a good heist movie in a while.
I haven't either. Like my favorite heist movie is probably Heat.
Hate
Heat,
Heat.
as in
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
wow, that's hot.
Oh,
Like
like
Heat. That's such a good movie.
Heat. Is that Robert
Val
De Niro
Kilmer,
and
all that sort. Yep.
De Niro and Pacino?
Hmm.
Hey, yeah, I
Such a good movie.
almost said Pal Pacino.
Yeah, such a good movie. Like the one is just like when he's just like, you have to be able to walk away from anything. You know what I mean? Like that's why you can't have family, you can't have friends. You have to be able to just drop everything and walk away.
Right, and that's
Yeah,
very true. And I wonder if they could remake that movie today.
probably. But would we want to see a remake of such a good movie?
Right.
'Cause I mean, like Val Kilmer's in it. That's probably Val Kilmer's second best performance.
I know the first one was Batman Forever. No, definitely real genius.
Real Genius is way up in. I would actually say his best performance ever was probably in Top Gun. Top Gun, like he was just great in Top Gun. And then, did you see the second one by any chance?
Yeah, yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was real good.
Even though he had some disabilities at this point, um, you could tell that he wasn't letting that stop him, and he even almost seemed like he had some sense of humor in his role as Ice in the second one. And I would even venture to say that I liked the second Top Gun better than the first one.
Me too. Me too.
I really enjoy it, and just that the scene where he basically gives them the middle finger and says, "I'll just do it myself without asking," and he shows them that it can be done after they told him that he was grounded, and he did it
Right.
anyway, and then he proved them
Right.
wrong. That was just like the best middle finger that anybody could give.
Right. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I liked it more than I thought I was going to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was a little long. It was a little lengthy, but yeah. I mean, I agree. I At first I wasn't like on board with watching it, and again, my I'm so weird when it comes to movies that everybody says is phenomenal. Because
Right.
when everybody seems to jump on that bandwagon of like, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, well, just the whole loaves are fine too. But I kind of like shy away from it and be like, I don't want to be part of this populist group. But yeah, I did when I finally did watch it. I didn't go see it at the theater.
Neither did I. I literally just watched it within the last month.
I watched it within about 6-7 months ago. Um, but
So I think I told you I did a big thing where I was watching a lot of the Harry Potter movies. Okay, like me and
yeah.
you had never seen them before. So, and then when I woke up this morning, I was doing my usual stuff for my business, the comic books, and getting stuff ready for shipping and yada yada yada. But long story short, I was watching a couple of reels on um, Instagram, and one of them struck me, and I died laughing. It was these three guys were talking about or about the movie, and it struck me, and I was just. I was like, oh my God, they're completely right. Like in the one part he was talking about, he's like, why is Ron Weasley's family poor? He's like, there's no reason for them to be poor. He's like, the dad works for the government. He makes decent money working for the government. She's like, the mother doesn't do anything, and she cleans the house with magic and everything like that. She could have at least got some sort of a side hustle. So I was like, oh my God, he's completely correct on that. I was like, that's so true. And then the thing that really caught me though is when they were talking about how like they're like Voldemort is a cool villain and they like him on I like him on the screen and in the books and everything like that. They're like, but he's just so wrong. How Voldemort's always like, like humans are weak and everything like that. He's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, and I'm like, holy shit, he's correct. He's like, the human world would decimate the entire wizarding world in an hour. He's like, if there was an actual war between them.
Right.
He's like, they would. He's like, they wouldn't last a second. He's like, they still use steam engines and they ride brooms. Have you ever seen an F-16 fly? And I'm just like, oh my God. He's like, I don't care what. He's like, I don't care what magic you have. He's like, you're not stopping a Sidewinder missile. And I'm just like, he's so correct. But the only thing that I could get through the entire movie, I would every time we watched any of these movies, I would lean over to Amy and I'd be like, the Wizarding World is in such need of handymen, especially roofers. Did you ever watch like every house in the freaking Wizarding World had gaping holes in their roofs? I'm just like, your house has to be completely full of black mold. It's like none of you are wizards. You guys are all just seeing shit because you're all high from being all messed up on black mold and whatever fungus is growing in your house. All right, sorry,
No,
that's
I
my
love that.
rant
That's
for
very.
that. That just set me off. I'm just like, wow, he's so right. And then I just kind of went downhill on that one.
But you're absolutely correct. You were absolutely
Yeah,
correct. There's always roofs getting blown off in those places.
right. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
I
I'm just sitting there thinking, like, man, I'm gonna move to the Wizarding World, and I'm just gonna go and set up, Mike's magical shingles, and just or metal roofing, whichever you want.
and then then you need to work with a wizarding partner. That way they can cast a charm on the roof.
Right,
That way they can't blow them off. But then again,
right, and
that's also uh, job security. So maybe you
yeah,
wouldn't
no,
want to
I
do
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't want that. And I'll take your gold, man. I mean, have you seen what gold's doing right now? Hell yeah, I'll take a couple of ounces of gold to do that.
Absolutely, gold is at a pretty well high level right
Gold is
now.
on gold is on a run, man. Gold is on a run. Same with freaking silver. Holy cow.
Silver and gold and silver.
Right? Where are we at right now with gold and silver? I mean, like it's crazy. Um, okay. Sorry.
No, no.
Silver Silver is currently trading melt value is at holy shit. It's at 100 for silver is at $115.11. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
And gold is sitting at $5,356.16 an ounce.
That's crazy.
Okay, I have been buying silver for years and years and years. Like um whenever I would get paid, I go and buy a couple of ounces. I am sitting on a ton of silver. I'm a silver stacker. I've been doing it since literally a freshman in high school because my grandmother for um all right guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of economic advice here. My grandmother told me back in 1990 when I was a freshman in high school, she gave me my birthday card and there's a $10 bill in it and then she gave me a 1 ounce thing of silver. And I remember sitting there thinking to myself, what the hell am I going to do with this bar of silver? And she looked at me and says, that's actual money. She's like, not that $10 in that card. She's like, that silver, that's actual money. She's like, and she lived through the Great Depression, okay? When she died, she was over 100 years old when she passed away. Um, and that stuck with me. I was like, holy crap. I was like, she's right. So then, like, I would always buy silver here and there. And then in the early 2000s, when I started, making money with jobs and stuff like that, I'd buy more and more. So I've always been a silver stacker. I like the way it sounds. I like the way it looks, everything like that. Um, and I haven't like when after silver hit, I want to say like
Excuse me.
$60, like no problem, $60 about a month ago. I kind of quit buying it
Hmm.
just because I'm kind of putting it on hold because 60 is a lot of money for an ounce of silver. Even though I've always said silver at $100, under $100 is a steal. Um, but now that we broke the $100 mark and we're at $115 for an ounce of silver, that's insane.
That's
Like
wild.
I personally never thought I'd see 3-digit silver marks right now. I never thought I'd see it. Um, or at least not until probably when I was like 80 or 90 years old. I never, but here we are, man. We're sitting at $115 an ounce silver. Wow. All right. Sorry. I know that's way off our normal topic,
Is
but
it?
if you can, guys, if you can go out there, buy silver and buy some gold for the sheer fact that money's not real. It's make believe. It's just all of the cash that's in your wallet, the cash that's in your bank, your bank is just nothing but an IOU and a wink and a nod from the government. We all know how that is. So, but precious metals, land, whatever, if like tangible objects, that's the only because they're not making any more land. They're not making any more. What's the silver's in the ground that can be mined? That's all the silver that can be mined. The same with gold, platinum, palladium, anything like that. So copper, whatever. If you can hold it, it's tangible. Tangible is real. All right, I'm done.
So, well,
This is a really weird show today.
yeah, it really is. It's cool though. But let me say something too about we
Mhm.
talked about earlier. Things that nobody really asked for. Which what was it? What was we? See, like my mind is off. Like you got me so discombobulated. Um,
I
uh,
broke you.
yeah, no, we were talking like because I was gonna bring up like the Burbs and stuff like that again,
Right.
because I guess the trailer came out for it and I didn't watch it, but from what
I
I
didn't
was
either.
told or from what I read was that if you could go into it with an open mind, aside from the name itself, it looks like it's a pretty original story. That
Okay.
it so I mean I still don't think that I'll watch it, but it's there.
Um,
Holy shit, I can't stop yawning. Holy hell.
I'm
And I'm even drinking
probably.
coffee.
I have a Mountain Dew next to me. Um, I probably will watch it, at least the first episode,
Okay.
just to see, just to see it. I love the Burbs. I like
I do
that
too.
is one of my favorite movies, and like my wife loves the Burbs. Like she's actually on in a Burbs like group on Facebook, and they
Really?
quote each other constantly, stuff like that. Yeah, it's funny.
That's great.
Um, because that's actually how I found out about the remake through um was through Amy, and her's like, "Did you hear that they're making a Burbs remake?" And I was like, "No." And then she's like, "Yeah, it's in my Burbs group," and I'm just like, "Oh, okay." And then so we were talking about it a little bit, so that's why I'm kind of like, you know.
Yeah, that's wild. That's I never would have I mean of course I don't really know her that well, but yeah, I never would have pegged her to be like so far into like being on a Burbs group page. That's pretty
Oh,
awesome. That
she's
is
yes, it's
absolutely
funny.
awesome. But going off of that to more things that nobody asked for and we're getting anyway. Did you see that Jennifer Grey is coming back to do a legacy sequel? Now all of a sudden we're getting legacy sequels. Nothing can be a sequel anymore. It has to be a legacy sequel. But anyway,
Oh,
so
goody.
I guess this is the new thing we're calling it. We're not calling reboots. We're not continuations. We're not remaking. This is a legacy sequel.
Well, because it sounds better. It sounds more
Does it?
mature.
Does it?
I don't think
I
so,
don't either. I
but
don't think so either. But she's coming back for a quote unquote legacy sequel of Dirty Dancing. And to that, I say, yeah, because that worked when they made a sequel. Yeah, that worked when they remade it with Abigail Breslin.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little.
Yeah, like why?
Apparently, they want to put baby in the corner.
Well, okay. So at the moment, just looking back, and I'm just gonna kind of like this isn't anything original. I'm just talking about a meme in a sense, but it's true. If you watch that movie as a kid, you're like, oh, so romantic. Johnny comes in, saves baby. Nobody puts baby in a corner, everything like that. Stick it to the dad. But really, if you think about it, the the dance instructor, the naughty dancing instructor, was like in his 40s. She was like 17. So yes, baby
Well,
needed to be in the corner.
did you ever see the was it Family Guy?
I,
The family, like the real ending, the realistic ending of Dirty Dancing. Did you ever see that?
no.
Oh my god, it was fantastic because it was like, because it had her sitting at a table at like a dinner table with her dad and the mother and the sister, and then it had Patrick, like the cartoon character of Patrick Swayze comes in, and he's like, and she's like, no, he's like, no one puts baby in the corner, like what you just said,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, aren't you like 30? He's like 42. And then all of a sudden he's like, she's 17. And you see two cops come in, just slam him to the ground.
And Chris Hansen walks around a corner. So, can you
It
tell
was
me what
just
you were doing with
fantastic,
Funyuns?
right? I
Oh
was
my.
like, oh my god,
But yeah,
that was
so
fantastic.
yeah, like really nobody asked for this. Nobody is clamoring for a new movie that's based on Dirty Dancing.
No,
Like why? I just for its time, yes. I mean, I understand for its time it was that time period, that era's notebook, if you will. And it's just it's played out already. Nobody cares. Like
like I've said this 1,000.
if they made a sequel here and there, but let me see. Hold on. So, the first Dirty Dancing, okay,
Hmm.
came out in 1987.
Jesus,
That's 40 years ago.
right?
That's almost 40 years. 39 years ago. Like, really? Do we need a sequel? The second one, the second movie,
Havana Nights.
Havana Nights, came out in
I'm kind of mad.
2004.
I'm kind of mad at myself for knowing that it was called Havana Nights.
Now, I never knew this. I knew they made this movie, but I did not know that Cassian from from Rogue One and
Hmm.
Andor. I didn't know that he was in it.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I still won't watch it. Then there was a short-lived 11 episode, one season TV series in 1988.
I vaguely remember that. And I remember thinking to myself when I was out, why?
Yeah. Then there was a TV movie, and it was a musical reimagining of the 1987 film Dirty Dancing, and it starred Abigail Breslin. If you don't know who Abigail Breslin is, she was in Zombieland, and she's a good actress. I will say that. And her brother actually plays Curtis in the Santa Claus movies.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Um, so, but again, I don't even think that I don't even think the ratings on that was any good.
it probably wasn't.
Yeah, no. Um, and aside from that, like IMDb shows that there was in 2010 there was a Dirty Dancing 3 called Capiera Nights. But I don't think that's right. I think it was just a short film.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Cap Capybara Nights, just a
yeah.
fat rat just running
Then
around.
I forgot about this. I forgot about this. I did watch this, and I'll tell you why. Um, you're gonna think I'm funny for watching this. So there was a reality show a few
Okay.
years ago. It came out in 2022. So 4 years ago, this came out. It was called The Real Dirty Dancing. And basically, what it was picture, if you will, uh, World of Dance, that TV show, the competition.
Yeah.
It was a dirty dancing competition where each celebrity would be paired up with another and they would recreate the dirty dancing scenes. And the only
Okay.
reason why I watched this, I can't even tell you who won, um, but the Bella Twins from the wrestling, they were on it.
Okay.
But Corbin Blue, he was from High School Musical and Jumpin'. He was on it. He was a contestant,
Okay.
and that was like the main reason why we watched it. We sat around and watched it as a family. But yeah, that was the only reason why. But that was in 2022, and it only lasted for one season because there was no interest. So again, like, is Jennifer Grey like? And maybe this is just wrong for saying this. I don't know because I don't know her. I don't know like if she's just maybe she's just down and out and they're not calling her for the Ferris Bueller's Day Off reunion. And so she wants to capitalize on something else of hers. So why not redo this movie? And like, it almost feels wrong to do it without Patrick Swayze. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that he's passed, but he was like the main star of that movie, and he hated her.
This two didn't even get along.
No. So I think it's even funnier that she's the one who's doing this.
I think they got along later. They got along later on in life because they did like 'cause I remember they also did what's it called together too?
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, yeah, which
Mm-hmm.
is the greatest documentary in history.
Did you see the remake of Red Dawn with Chris
Of course I
Hemsworth?
did.
And dude, that was so good. It was so
It was
freaking good. Like, it's so
I
underrated. It does not get talked about enough.
I love the Red Dawn stuff. Like so, yeah, like that's my shit. Like I love those stupid movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's so good. But yeah, Dirty Dancing. There you have it. Not a fan of the idea of them redoing this.
Yeah,
Uh, that's just like trying to make a legacy sequel to Titanic. Like,
right.
just let the
The
ship sink.
Lusitania.
just let the ship sink. It's fine.
Yeah,
We don't need it.
I bet you I know the ending.
uh,
I don't think any spoilers on this one. I mean,
okay, so actually, and I swear this was not. It's so funny that I even brought up Titanic because this is not. I had not even planned on mentioning this, but I just saw this last week. They're I can't remember who's developing it, but they're making for game consoles for Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, PC. They're making a Titanic survival simulator.
are you kidding
I
me?
swear. Like,
I'm not a gamer, but god damn it, I think I'm becoming one.
listen, I would totally buy that. Like, who wouldn't want to be in that?
Right?
And the only way to do it. Okay, so personally, you can play it on your TV. Fine, it's fine. But give it to me in the Oculus. Give it to me in VR. That's the only way to do a Titanic survival simulator.
Oh man, that's for some reason this just makes me happy.
Have you ever played anything on VR?
No.
No. I had.
Well, okay, here's the thing for me, like I have a hard time with VR. After I had my back surgery, this is gonna
Oh,
sound
okay.
really weird, but after I had my back surgery, um, I all of a sudden developed this major freaking like I don't want to say it, like motion sickness type of stuff, and that is a known what's it called side effect of back surgeries
Okay.
because it messes with like the spinal fluid and
Sure.
which causes like equilibrium and different things like that.
That's why I
So
don't do
yeah, like
acid
any
anymore.
so, so like all that stuff like really just messes with me like real bad. So um because when I was at Cameron, they would make us do these um they would make us do like a VR driving simulators
Hmm.
because like um we would have to go and do how do I want to say it, like we had like we had to do these tests all the time, okay, and since I was where the position that I held, I also was a driver, okay, so we would have to go and take like driving tests and like all these different things like that. So a lot of times what they would do instead of bringing in like one of the instructors, they would go and bring in one of those VR guys and they would make us do it. And um, so they would be like, "All right, Mike, it's your turn to go in there," and I'm like, "No, I'm not going in." They're like, "What else?" So finally, like, I became cool with the guy that was the operator of it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Listen, Ryan, I'm just gonna throw up over all of your stuff." He's like, "Oh, you're one of them?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm one of them." He's like, "All right." He's like, "Just sit over there for about 20 minutes," and he goes and then sign this paper.
That's funny.
So I was like, "All right." So like literally, I tried it one time. I was like, I'll give it a whirl one time." He's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." Rich, I had it on, and I'm not joking. Less than 10 seconds, and I'm just like, "I'm out. I can't do it. Nope."
Oh,
Like
shit.
it like the like I wanted to just throw up. Like the second I opened my eyes, I just wanted to throw up. I'm like, I can't do this. I was like, no. He's
So,
like, wow. He's like, you're bad. I'm like, yeah. I was like, and it all, and I told him what happened with like my back surgery and this, that, the other. And he's just like, all right, yeah, I get it. He's like, yeah. He's like, just don't worry about it. You're good.
so I had I still have it. It's in my shed, and I don't have my PlayStation hooked up anymore. Um, but occasionally I'll plug it in just to play like Kingdom Hearts or Resident Evil. Just to,
Hmm.
I know two totally different games, but um, so I had a PlayStation VR, and
Okay.
I bought the first 3 episodes. It's actually only 3 episodes, but I bought the 3 episodes of the Darth Vader VR game, which
Hmm.
was so fun. But I also had this game called Rush of Blood. Now, you would not be able to play this at all, judging by with what you just told me. Basically, you're on a mine cart going through a haunted house of a roller coaster. And as you're going, you have to shoot zombie clowns or demons and stuff like that, all while being narrated by this crazy ass circus um, barker. But there
Okay.
were times that I had it on and I'm going down the hills and going around the curves and everything like that, that I felt nauseous to the point that I was sweating.
Yeah,
It
I
was
couldn't.
so bad, but it was
Yeah, I
so much
couldn't do it. Then I
fun.
would die.
It was so much fun though, and I always said like back in the day, before VR was like a more of a reality
Hmm.
for commercial use and not just whatever. I always said that they needed to make a first-person Resident Evil game specifically for VR. But then after playing this, I was like, no, people would have a heart attack, and that's like an insurance claim waiting to happen.
Right.
Um, but I still fully support them doing a survival Titanic simulator for a VR headset. 100%.
I as long as we can have like a regular game, and I'd be okay with the duality.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Um, just shifting gears. So this just came out yesterday. or was it Tuesday? Might have been. Yeah, it was Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Disney had dropped all 8 episodes of Wonder Man. Now, I called you Monday, I think it was,
Yeah.
and asking you what you knew about Wonder Man, and you really didn't know too much about him, and he was basically like a lesser known character, which is understandable with a lot of the ways that Marvel directions that Marvel has been going. But guys, Disney Plus, it's a quick burn to watch all of them. You can burn right through them, all 8 episodes. I'm only on episode 5. I guess it's really not a quick burn, but you from what I've up to episode 5, the show is a 9 out of 10. And I'm only not giving it a 10 out of 10 for the sheer fact that I don't want to give it. I don't want to like praise it too high because I'm worried about how it's going to end. But as of
Okay.
right now, it's a 9 out of 10. Solid show. Um, Wonder Man, I looked up a little bit, and maybe this is going to be the direction that they go to. I forgot that Wonder Man was also a team player in the West Coast Avengers. And looking back, I think it was like Wonder Man, or no, I don't think Wonder Man was part. Maybe he was. Wonder Man, Vision, Hawkman, or not Hawkman, Hawkeye. I want to say that they're the red and silver Iron Man suit. He was part
Okay.
of West Coast Avengers. Tigress? Was there a Tigress or
I'm
Tigra
thinking.
maybe? Um, Scarlet Witch. I see. I gotta look now because so basically it looks like they could be going the direction that let's set up the West Coast Avengers.
Okay.
Um,
Wonder if they're gonna have White Vision then.
well, and if you think about it, White Vision was the is coming up in Vision Quest.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next Disney Plus show. So yeah, the core members of the West Coast Avengers was Hawkeye, Mockingbird, Wonder Man, War Machine, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Tigra.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's it's very likely that this could be a thing, and I would be all for it. I would be all for it. And some notable things that I have to mention about these. Um, First of all, when you watch it, know that you're not getting a Avengers level action packed series.
Okay.
It is a story driven that a little gets revealed with each episode. Um, and it follows uh, a guy named Simon. Okay, and I'm just I should have been a little bit more prepared when I talk about this, but I'm not. So Simon Williams is a struggling actor, and at the very beginning of the show, they show him with his dad as a little kid watching a Wonder Man movie at the theaters, and you could just tell he just loves Wonder Man. So this is what kind of got him into acting. So now they find out that they're making a new Wonder Man movie, and Simon, grown up now, he's like, I gotta, I gotta, I gotta have this role. It's for me. It was meant for me. So he auditions with Ben Kingsley, who played Trevor Slattery. Trevor Slattery, if anybody doesn't remember who Trevor was, and Ben Kingsley was in another Marvel movie, which was one of the most mishandled villains of all time in a Marvel movie, and he played the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay.
And so then at the end of Iron Man, you realize he was just an actor. and he wasn't really the Mandarin. The Guy Pearce was really the quote-unquote Mandarin, where Kingsley made him to be more of the Mandarin anyway. But anyway, so the actor who plays Simon Williams and I'm gonna mispronounce his name because it's Yahya Abdul Mateen. He played the Black Mantis in the Aquaman movie. He was in Ambulance, which was a really good movie. Excuse me. He was in the Candyman remake. He was in the Watchmen TV series. So I mean, he has the acting creds. And
Sounds like he had some chops to him.
yeah, yeah, and he's really good. He's really good. This some Joe Pantoliano from Bad Boys, The Goonies. He's in it, and he plays himself. And I have to laugh because there's a scene, and no spoilers. I mean, it doesn't really take away from anything. But they go to his house, and he's like, Simon, it's good to or not Simon. I'm sorry, Trevor. It's so good to see you and everything like that. And he's showing Simon his house, and he's like, oh, Joe, it's great. You have so many awards. He said, yeah, I have so many. He said, if I was British, they would have knighted me by now. But the camera subtly cuts to Ben Kingsley, who is playing Trevor. But in real life, Ben Kingsley is knighted. So I thought that was just a cute little, like, nod to him. I thought that was pretty funny, a little meta kind of thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then another cameo, which was not expecting, was in episode 4. The episode is called Doorman. Guys, what you might think that this episode has nothing to do with Wonder Man. And in a sense, it doesn't, but it does. Doorman, it's a black and white episode, and it follows a doorman at a club, a nightclub in Los Angeles. And when he goes, people go up to him. They let me in, yeah, okay. And then here Josh Gad goes up. Josh Gad from Frozen walks up. He's like, "Hey, doorman, what's going on?" And he's like, "Hey, come have a drink with me later," and stuff like that. Well, here there was like this big fire inside, and he realized that he had this power where people can walk through him. Hence the name Doorman. So here he's like, just walk through me and all this fire. And he's like, Josh Gad, he's the first one. He's like, I think he wants us to go through him. And he starts putting his arm through. He's like, and then he finally goes through. And he's like, get safe, everybody, come on. And then everybody goes through him.
Get safe, everybody.
Yeah, it's such a comedic episode. But then it basically goes into this rise and fall of Doorman. And here, at the end of this episode, they're making a new movie, and what's his name? Josh Gad is in it, and the doorman character is getting sick. He's getting ill, and just as Josh Gad walks through him, somehow he ends up throwing up, and Josh Gad disappears. And then everybody's all like, where is Josh Gad? And like Mario Lopez is in it doing his Entertainment Tonight commentary. It's hilarious. But then it goes to a full colors image, and you see Simon watching his phone, and he's watching a video. And here it sets it up to where they say at the very first episode that actors in movies cannot be superhuman. Well, throughout the course of the episodes, you realize that Simon is a superhuman, but he's been hiding it. And it's a phenomenal show. And there was a comic called The Great Lakes Avengers. Have you ever heard of this?
I've heard of it, but I've actually never had my hands on any of them.
So Doorman was actually a character in the Great Lakes Avengers. So it's kind of like a cool little reference throwback, a little Easter egg character, if you will. But yeah, definitely a fun watch. I can't wait to finish watching it. So guys, if you haven't watched it yet already, go check it out, please. It's
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to go and put
you
on
will
my
enjoy
list.
it. You really will wholeheartedly enjoy it. My coffee's starting to
Yeah, I'm
go.
definitely going to go and throw that on my list. That
But
sounds like something that's like right up my alley.
oh yeah, you will love it. You will love it. It's so story driven, and I love that. And I feel that that's what a lot of Marvel shows and movies have been lacking. And I think this could. I'm willing to go out on a limb here and say that this could be the end of the superhero fatigue, if you will.
Really?
I think so far. I mean, and every review that I've been reading has been a positive review. I've not seen anything negative about it.
Yeah,
So
'cause there is a lot of superhero fucking fatigue going on.
yes, there is. Yes, there is, and I really think that I don't know. This is going to be the year to tell whether or not the superhero fatigue is in fact gonna kill the industry or what? Because with Doomsday coming out and Spider-Man Brand New Day, we'll find out because those are gonna be two of the
And they
biggest.
also announced that there is a new
Deadpool.
Deadpool movie coming out.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is developing Deadpool 4.
Yep. And there's a new Deadpool coming out. That's a definite.
Yeah,
So I mean, like, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot going on in the nerddom.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Do you think that the popularity of Deadpool is going to fizzle out? Because let's face it, Deadpool is a huge commodity right now,
Yeah,
and
without a doubt, yeah. Because the only good thing that they're doing right now is they're not forcing it down your throat. They're not like trying to churn out these movies left and right, and putting Deadpool into all the MCU type of stuff. So they are kind of drips and drabbing them out.
yeah,
But at some point in time, yeah, and let's face it, like, all good things must come to an end. You know what I mean? So,
true.
um, at some point in time, Deadpool will jump the shark. It's an inevitability. That's just all there's to it. It's an inevitability. Um, but there should never be, and I just hope they don't try to do like a reboot of it with a different actor playing him, because let's face it, there is no other actor that can wear the red suit. Like, there is none. Um, Ryan Reynolds has nailed that part so much that it is
He
part of his
solidified
identity.
himself. Yes, you are absolutely correct. That
You know,
is his identity now.
and that's just like having someone else play Wolverine right now, since we've had such a long stretch of the same person. You know, Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine.
Mm.
That now, Spider-Man, I always thought like Spider-Man can be interchangeable. Like the Batmans, I think we just kind of got used to Batman being interchangeable, just because um, the way they did it, and
Oh yeah,
the
back
way
in the
they
90s.
changed them over back in the 90s and everything like that. So we kind of got used to it. Even though whenever you ask for anybody who's the best Batman, Michael Keaton's the one that comes to mind. And right now I'm staring at a Bob Kane print that I have, a signed original Bob Kane print, that hangs on my wall, and it is the Michael Keaton Batman. You know, and
Oh wow.
yeah, I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah, do that. So when it comes to Batman, though, like, do you think that, like, what do you think? Because Batman's like, what do you think the formula for Batman is? what like to get him to be popular again? Because like everyone gets hyped
Christian
up at
Bale.
first. uh, well, um, so Keaton was always the best Batman.
See,
The
to be honest, I don't think Keaton is the best Batman.
ooh,
I, I
hot take.
don't. I don't think Keaton is the best Batman. Keaton is the most beloved Batman. Just because when Batman came back to the silver screen, and it was a magical moment that you had Keaton and you had Tim Burton together, and let's just face it, like that was lightning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, um, there like that was a high bar, but in my opinion, the best Batman is Christian Bale.
Okay. Um,
Christian Bale exudes Batman. He looks like Batman. Whenever I close my eyes and my mind's eye, I think of a badass billionaire who puts on a pair of tights and kicks people's ass. Christian Bale is the kind of person that I think about. It's just now if they would do a Dark Knight Returns, like the Frank Miller series, then I would absolutely say the only person that could play that is Michael Keaton.
see, I tell you what, like I thought Ben Affleck. I thought I really liked him as I loved him as Bruce Wayne, and I liked him as Batman. But I think the costume is what like killed me for uh, the Batfleck.
Yeah, I wasn't into the Bat Nibbles.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, of course, that started with Schumacher back in Forever.
don't even get me started. I actually walked out.
Um, but I think what like, and I know this is for a comic book person or a fan of comic movies. I still have yet to watch The Batman. I have
Okay.
not watched it with Robert Pattinson.
I watched it.
I tried, I started to, but I was bored. But all the images, I think that the suit looked fantastic. They got the ears right. Um, I think the suit is what'll be like. I don't think it'll be the actor. I think they need to change the suit. And I
I
think
was
in order for the next Batman to be huge, they need to change this suit. And I want to see them go back to the original blue and gray.
yeah, I'd like to see that myself.
I think
Well, like
once they
I
do that, I think it'll revitalize a whole new group of fans.
but the Patton movie,
Yeah,
whatever how you pronounce his last name, I liked it. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was like how everyone was just like, oh my god, this is gonna suck. I didn't think that. Like, I went into it with very low expectations, and I came out of it like, okay, it wasn't bad. It
right.
wasn't bad at all. Um, but my biggest one that I hated though, like, was the Mr. Freeze one. Oh my god, I literally walked out of the theater.
George Clooney.
Um, yeah, my wife, my ex-wife at the time, she literally looked at me and she's like, "You make it out like it's a personal attack on you," and I was like, "Because it is. I am the biggest Batman. I am a Batman freak. That is a personal attack upon me and my kin. You know." But uh, but yeah, in order for Batman to come back, like I really think you're right. I think a new suit design would be great. Um, but what I also think you need a really good storyline, and there's a lot of really good storylines out there that could really lend to a film. And my number one that I would love to see um, on the silver screen would be The Dark Knight Returns, which is the Frank Miller series, where like Batman's old, he's like literally like in his 70s. There's a female Robin. Um, everyone thinks that Batman is just a urban legend. No one believes it that he existed at the time. Um, it's like all the only cops that remember Batman are like ones that were rookies, you know, and they're set to retire now, you know, and it's just such a great story. dark and gritty, and like but it's phenomenal. It's the reason why Frank Miller is one of the top comic book writers of all time. I don't care what anybody says. I will die upon that hill. Um, I put him up there with Alan Moore. I put him up there with the greats. Like Frank Miller is one of the greats. And speaking of one of the greats, we lost a legend.
Yes. Oh, fuck me.
Sal Buscema passed away at age 89. He was one of Marvel's secret hits. I mean, like he was such an amazing artist for Marvel. Um, so that was that's a a big heartache. But I hate to cut it, but I have to go pick up my stepdaughter. So
No, it's
I'm
all
we're
good. I was about to wrap anyway.
and
Um,
I really apologize for putting that out, but like I had um but okay, sorry about that. Go
no,
ahead.
you're good. I was gonna wrap anyway because we're at the hour mark, and I just realized. So, guys, I'll apologize right now. Hopefully, there was no static because I forgot to change my mic over to the actual mic and not the my laptop mic.
I don't think we're going to because like last time, the first time we started doing it, I'd always hear some weird popping,
Mhm.
and I didn't hear that. So I think we're going to be good. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So, where can everybody find you at, Mike?
You can find me at Punk Rock Mike on Instagram. You can also find me on Instagram over at Nomad_Comics and Collectibles_. And you can find me at TikTok as Nomad Comics. And I will be at the Happy Valley comic book convention at the end of the month, the last day of the month next month, and the first day of the following month. So that's where you will find me in person. And remember Weird Al. But go ahead. Where shall we find you?
I am at Richie Wayne 76 and Lights Camera Pop Pod at Outlook or Lights Camera Pop Pod on Facebook, Instagram. You can email us at lightscamerapoppod at outlook.com. And also be sure to follow the House of Mouse Musings over on Facebook and Instagram. And on that happy note, everybody, thank you for getting your geek on with us. Until next week, see you in the funny pages.
Enjoy, guys.